If you're working really hard on getting better, it can be triggering when you talk to someone who is in that sort of halfway, half 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out. You might not like this, and it might rub you the wrong way. Give me a chance. Just listen, because it might piss you off for the first couple seconds, but there's a reason that it is. Listen, when you hear someone say something or act a certain way, or tell you they're doing like a recollection of events and they're telling you a story, and you're like thinking to yourself, here they go again. You go to say hi. And you're thinking, here they go again. Oh, they're always complaining about that. Or how many times do I have to tell them how to think positively? Or why are they still complaining about that? Why don't they just go and get it looked at, get it checked out? All of these defensive thoughts that we're getting, they happen actually because they're touching a spot. They strike a chord. That's what it is. They're striking a chord in you, in us, because this happens to me too, but it used to happen a lot more. It's happening because we are connecting to what that person is saying. I hate to admit. If you give it a chance and think about it, next time you find that happening and you feel yourself, tensing up, or start trembling a little bit, or just feeling generally frustrated, okay? Because you know you've told this person over and over and fucking over again. Why do you keep putting yourself in this position? And here they are again, complaining about the same damn thing. You feel like you've told them time and time again, but it must be going in one ear and out the other. Why do you waste your energy? Why do you even try anymore? They must not be ready. But what I'm referring to is the part that is triggering to us. Why is this still happening? Why are we getting triggered by this? When you spoke to your friend yesterday and they were telling you how awful their symptoms are, and how, they've been to this doctor and that doctor, and they gave me this medicine and they said not to do these things. But you know that person you're talking to isn't doing all the right things. And even if they're following what the doctor suggested, they're also doing tons of unhealthy, not really supportive habits of feeling good. They don't make the best choices. And you look at them and think, how do you expect to get better when you're not changing your habits? Yeah, you might be doing what your doctor said. Have you changed that smoking habit, going to bed so late habit? You can't just pick and choose and then continue in your unhealthy ways. If you're working really hard on getting better, it can be triggering when you talk to someone who is in that sort of halfway, half 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out. They're halfway trying and doing things to get a solution, and then they're also still living in their old ways. And we know that. We know how that feels. We know how you can get stuck in that comfort zone, right? Where it's easier to not do anything, not change anything. It's natural that we get that confidence to be less triggered, to know who we are and be content and grounded in the fact that we know we're doing what we need to do. Our friend or whoever it is that is triggering us, an acquaintance, it could even be a patient or a client. The more we stick to our own program, this triggered feeling, we get struck, we feel something emotionally because we've been there. That's why we recognize it. We've been there. And it's our job to keep ourselves calm for our own health. And yes, it's a great example for the other person that we're talking to, but we're only going to stay on our path of getting healthy if we continue to do all the things we know support that. And that will help us strengthen. The more helpful we can be, the more clearer we can think and make our choices for what we know is right. We're the only ones in charge of who we are. We're the best one to help keep us in that zone. And sometimes we might still get triggered. Sometimes I do. It's important that we don't beat ourselves up about it. And even if you start to, you can still stop it. All is not lost. You can still notice it and be aware. Just bring awareness to it. If you find yourself getting triggered, ask yourself, what is it about this that's really bothering me? Once you get to that, it'll only help you be better and better at handling those feelings next time. I hope this helped. This is a message that I feel every time I do feel a trigger to something, and it does happen less and less, but I know in my heart that this is going to help you. If you found this video, I know it was on your mind also. Take good care. Sending you so much love and healing light. Namaste. Say goodbye, Coach. Say I'll see you later. Say bye-bye. 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 I'll see you next time. Right? Say I'll see you next time.